Alright, it's time for a quick but very important video here for Game Wisdom. So, first off, we actually hit the latest milestone here on the channel with 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for everyone who is enjoying the videos and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. I said this at 1,000 that I didn't think we were ever going to get that far, much less when I hit 500 subscribers. And I really do appreciate everyone who's enjoying the content and wanting for a deeper discussion on game design. So this video will kind of tie together a lot of little topics I want to talk about, and will kind of lead into what's going to go for with Patreon this month. So, first off, I guess for hitting 2,000, I was trying to think of something really interesting, really good to reward you guys with. The best that I came up with was something like a Minecraft stream or looking at Minecraft, but if you guys have any suggestions for something to hit with 2,000, please let me know. I still, at some point, need to get to the Zach Barth streams that I promised at 1,000, so I'm going to hopefully try to get to that soon, especially as we enter the summer months and things begin to die down. I'm thinking that most likely, after Darkest Dungeon, we may do the Zach Barth stuff, or if the Diablo 3 Season 11 starts, we may do that, and then Zach will be the next thing after that one. Now, I guess some other things to talk about. Are there any, I guess here's a little one, for folks who are either new or old, are there any, like, quality of life or improvements you'd like to see me make to the channel? You know, not, big stuff like have a brand new opening cinematic, but either, like, simple things I can do, like a new camera, or, anything like that. Please let me know in the comments below. That way I can at least keep going forward and making improvements. Now, the big thing that's going to happen, why I want to make this video, is the Patreon for July. Now, by the time you're watching it, it will of course be July 1st, and as of this day, I will be making the changes, and they should either be up by the time you're watching this video, or by the end of the day. And there's a few big ones that are happening. The first is I'm going to be switching to a new variable goal for the $100 goal on Patreon. That means I'm going to try and mix things up each month to give you guys something a little bit more interesting to vote on or as a reward. Again, this low tier is not going to be anything super exciting, but I figure this will be a way to keep interest levels going and mix things up each month. But the real big news is going to be a special limited time reward. As for those of you who don't know, besides doing the stuff on Game Wisdom through the podcast, the posts, and of course the videos and streams here, I've been doing more in terms of presentations. I've been speaking at my local libraries regarding game design and industry topics. And that's kind of been a way of me taking what I've learned here with talking and going forward. And in September and October, I actually have 5 scheduled. And fingers crossed, I have heard some pretty good news about another library system that, if this works, could potentially basically solve a lot of my financial problems, but it's still too soon to tell. But this also means putting aside some time to work on these PowerPoint presentations and building the script that I'm going to have in my head. And there's been some talks about wanting to either see the presentations or be involved in them in some capacity. So here's what I'm going to do. For the month of July, there is going to be a new reward at $30. And my infinite skill at being a salesman, I'm going to tell you why not to donate to it. This $30 reward here is basically going to be a way of, I guess, I'm not quite sure how I would put this, but for $30, you will be able to join me when I work on one of the presentations on stream. I found I can set a stream to be private or unlisted, so I can just give out the link to the Patreon supporters. And this is not going to be a happy, fun stream of, gameplay, random tangents, and discussions. This is basically going to be a work stream. And you're basically going to get a trip behind the scenes as I put together one of my presentations. Like I said, this is not going to be, happy, fun time and stuff like that. A few months ago, when I was talking to someone about game wisdom, they said that you're like the NPR of the game industry. And that's what this is. That's what this reward is basically going to get you. Some private time basically watching me work. And basically, if you're going to donate to this level, this is not for getting a reward or anything major like that. This is because you really love what I do with Game Wisdom and kind of want to see what's going on behind the scenes. And what I'll do as a little special bonus for anyone who donates to this tier, I will put a special thank you page at the end of the presentation so that people can see that there was support for this presentation while I was working on it. Again, nothing too major, but kind of a little way of immortalizing yourself like that. But like I said, this is definitely more on the work side of things, and it's not going to be a every month or every other month kind of deal. In fact, right now, I don't have plans to offer this reward or this opportunity again for the near future. The plan is I have 2 presentations I actually need to finalize between now and September when the presentation season begins. So I'm going to be working on one throughout July, which will be obviously not counted for this Patreon. And the Patreon reward will be set for the one I'm working on in August. And the reason I'm doing that is I don't want to be working on these into September because that's kind of pushing it a little too far. So again, if you would like to really support Game Wisdom and kind of see behind the curtain as to what I'm doing when I'm working, this is the reward for you. But like I said, it's only going to be for the month of July. And if you don't have your money in by Tuesday, August 1st at midnight, or when the clock changes, obviously, the reward closes. And like I said, this is not going to be a frequently offered one. Now, if this is popular and there is enough interest, then maybe whenever I come up with another presentation, we may try this again. But for right now, this is going to be a one-time deal. And like I said, if you miss it, there's not going to be at least for in the foreseeable future, a second chance to do it. So that's what I want to do. And let me know what you think about this. And if you have any other suggestions for rewards and goals for the Patreon, I'm always interested in getting feedback from the fans. But that's all I wanted to say. So to quickly recap, once again, thank you so much for subscribing to the Game Wisdom YouTube channel. Let me know if there's anything interesting you would like me to do for 2,000 subscribers. Let me know if there's any general improvements here that I can make to help make things a little bit better. Also, one other thing I almost forgot. I will be changing the intro video to the Game Wisdom YouTube channel in the coming days. Most likely after I get a haircut and freshen up like that. But with the changes to the channel, the presentations, and focusing on YouTube, I figure it's time to update things for the new folks. So look forward, or I guess you should be seeing a new intro video possibly within a week and a half from now. And of course, the last thing to recap, again, new Patreon reward and new Patreon goal. So, with all that said, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you all again real soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and come back around 10 Eastern for regular streaming. For a collection of my writings as well as weekly podcasts on game development, be sure to check out game-wisdom.com. Follow me on Twitter at GWBycer for updates throughout the day. And to help support everything that I do, you can find me on Patreon under GWBycer or Game Wisdom. Your donations can help to keep things running, and we hit some goals, it will mean more content for everyone to enjoy. So, thanks again for watching, and be sure to come back for daily discussions on game design on the Game Wisdom channel.